Hey everyone, this is David Premer here from Cerebral Selling, and you join me here back in beautiful downtown Toronto. You can see the Toronto Harbourfront in the view behind me there. And what I have for you today is a bit of a different tip. This is an operational, this is almost like a coaching tip, a pipeline management tip for all you sellers out there. Now, here's the problem. You ever have a customer in your pipeline, you've put in tons of effort into chasing this customer down, trying to establish value, trying to send them follow-up marketing materials or engage the executives at their company, only to find at the end of the day you invested just a ton of time and resources and they didn't end up buying anything at the end. This is going to be a tip for you. Now, the way I think about clients and customers when they come into our sales pipeline is that they have a certain level of intent and excitement. And I think about that excitement on a scale of 1 to 10. And for those of you who've been following the channel, you know that I love talking about my 1 to 10 questions. I'm gonna put a link to another video up there that has to do with some great 1 to 10 question techniques you can use in your discovery cycle. But what I'm talking about here is a customer that comes into your pipeline with a certain level of excitement and intent. So for example, you might be working with a customer who comes in and is really excited to buy your product. And think about it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, I'm super excited, I wanna buy your product right now, and 0 or 1 being, I'm not excited at all and I don't even know what you do. Most customers don't come into your sales funnel at a level of 10 or even 8 or 9, but they do need to reach that level in order to buy something from you. So think about if a customer needs to reach a level of 8 out of 10 in terms of excitement and value and understanding to buy something from you. They often will come into your funnel at kind of a couple different levels. Some customers will come in at kind of like the 5, the 6, or the 7, meaning they generally know what you do, they generally know what value you can add, and they have a moderate level of excitement. And through your sales process, you can actually ratchet them up a couple of digits, right, to the point where they get excited, so let's say from a 6 to an 8, until they actually buy something from you. But part of the challenge is that some of our customers come into our sales funnels at much lower levels, let's say a 2 or a 3, and you put in all of this effort to try to ratchet them up a couple points, and the best you're gonna ever get them to is like a 5 or a 6, and that is not high enough to convert them. It is not high enough for them to buy something. And ultimately, you will have spent a whole bunch of time, inflated your forecast, spent a whole bunch of resources for a customer who's ultimately not gonna buy anything, at least in this go around on this opportunity. So my advice to you, if you're looking at your sales pipeline, if you're looking at your sales forecast, is take a look at your customer and ask yourself, what level do they appear at a scale of 1 to 10? What is their level of intent and excitement and interest in your product or solution? And my advice to you would be, spend your time focusing on the customers with higher levels of intent. Focus on the 6s and the 7s and focus on ratcheting those people up. The 2s and the 3s are not ready to buy. They need more nurturing, they need more marketing, they need more exposure to your brand. And as a salesperson, that's something that you can give, but it is not an efficient use of your time, right? That's where the rest of the organization has to help us and provide air cover. And if we have those opportunities and we keep them in our pipeline and we keep forecasting them and pushing them down the road, even though they're not closing, it's gonna sap our time, it's gonna steal our time and focus, and ultimately result in lack of productivity. So my advice to you is, again, this is in the interest of coaching and productivity, take a look at all of the opportunities and customers in your pipeline and ask yourself quite honestly where they sit on the level of intent between 1 and 10, and see if you can do your best to focus on the high intent customers to convert them. That is my pipeline management tip for today, and we'll see you next time.